Hello and welcome to Talk a Good Game. 3 games into the season, and we can finally talk about a win as West Ham have defeated Cheltenham Town 2-0 in the second round of the League Cup. Gonzo, a strong first 11. Is that the sign of a manager under pressure or the sign of a manager taking the cup serious?
Well, it was a strong first team, but a weak tactical plan, if you like. I was gobsmacked to see the team, actually. I looked at it and thought, what's he going to do with this? So Rice, who played fantastically, by the way, and Obiang, and Noble, and Fernandez, and sort of central midfield. Hoped that Ayew might be right next to Sakho. Didn't prove to be the case. So yeah, it was a strong team, but how we deployed them and his choice, I just didn't think there were enough attackers on the pitch. So I was a little bit disappointed at the start.
I'm a bit different to that. Jason, do you take Gonzo's view or do you see that a little bit differently?
The starting of a game with one up top was kind of a bit of a strange one for me. I think we were crying out to sort of just get at them and just try and get a goal early and then sort of then take the foot off the pedal a little bit. I just think we really lacked a crosser out there, to be honest. It was a pretty frustrating performance, I think, overall, barring the 2 goals. I don't think we really offered too much, to be honest.
I thought we played 2 up front from the start. I thought Ayew was up there, Fernandez in the hole behind them, and 3 centre midfielders. He was bringing back the Sam Allardyce diamond, if you like, with Rice sort of the sitting one. But it was a slow start. I mean, it took half an hour for anything to happen, really. West Ham were on the front foot for the first 10 minutes and got pinned back, really, by Cheltenham for the following 10, 15 minutes. But 20 minutes in, Ogbonna had the first chance with a header cleared off the line by the Cheltenham captain. Don't know your name, sorry. And then moments later, Sakho had a good chance sliding in, but it was a decent save from the keeper. Then in the 39th minute, we did make it 1-0. Jason, decent pass by Noble, turn by Sakho, a bit of a scuff shot. Any half-decent keeper would have picked that up, surely.
Yeah, definitely. I think the keeper had an absolute nightmare. You can tell the difference in quality. If we're moaning about Adrian for some of the mistakes he's made, this Cheltenham keeper would be absolutely strung up from the West Ham faithful if he got away with a couple of those chances. It was a pretty poor goal, but the one thing is, if it can give Sakho some confidence and get him on a run, that's the one positive I can take from it.
And if you thought their keeping for the first goal was bad, you should see the keeping for the second one. Somehow the keeper managed to make himself look even crappier with the second one. Decent ball by Sakho to Ayew, right-footed shot, scuff into the far corner. Keeper just sort of jumped up, went horizontal without actually moving to the side and landed in a heap. Gonzo 2-0, too simple, really, wasn't it?
Well, I actually thought he was crossing it at the time. I looked on the replay. I thought, no, perhaps it was a shot. But I thought Ayew was sort of, if you look at it, if you get to see it again, not that you'd want to watch that game again, but he sort of shaped, it looked like he shaped a cross, but I think he probably did intend it. The keeper was terrible. Absolutely shocking. Yeah, 2-0. Good. I thought we'd go on then. I think even the commentator, I think he said, oh, let's hope it's not a cricket score or something like that. And, of course, we were all hoping it would be a cricket score, but it wasn't a cricket score.
Half-time, it was 2-0 at half-time. Then it came out, the next sort of action was a possible penalty shout for Cheltenham, Jason. Ayew went past Masuaku. A little bit of pulling. Was it a pen for you? Was it not?
He was a little bit naughty. I'm going to be slightly with my claret and blue specs. I'm going to say it was on the edge of the box. But it's nice for once to actually have a referee 50-50 decision kind of go our way for once, albeit in a cup game with the game pretty much over at 2-0. But hey, I'll take all the mini victories we can get from the officials on this one.
Yeah, or you could say the decision went to the big team again, which we're usually on the receiving end, on the wrong side of it, if you like. 63 minutes, Bilic made his first sub as Hernandez came on for Sakho. Gonzo, what did you make of Ayew Sakho tonight? He's got his first start for a long, long time, got his goal, got an assist. What do you make of his overall performance?
Yeah, he was okay. He needed the time. He needed the game time. He does, talking about the first goal, he does score scuffed goals. And I think, it's sort of, once is a surprise, twice a coincidence, 3 times it sort of becomes a trend, And I think he's got a trend for doing it. I think his placement is actually quite good, although better keepers would have got it. He does have an either goal, Sakho. His problem is actually not his goal scoring or his all-round play. He's quite an energetic player. His problem is actually his fitness and up there, I think, a little bit. So he needed to run out. It keeps him fit. He didn't. I think had he have been fully fit, I don't think Hernandez would have got on at all. I think Sakho would have got the 90 minutes. I saw a little point to 2-0 up to bring in Hernandez on because particularly number 7, who looked a decent player, a big fella, the blonde-haired winger, he tried going for him a couple of times, Hernandez, and it's an opportunity for some of the lower league teams to make a name for themselves by putting their studs in on him, but obviously Sakho wasn't ready for the 90 minutes. That was a good run out for his fitness, and we'll feel the benefit of that.
Jason, a big game tonight for quite a few fringe players at West Ham. If you like, we'll speak about a couple more later. But Sakho, he was one of those. Were you impressed with what you saw?
Yeah, I mean, on paper, a goal and assist. What more could you really ask for in a match performance? Really, yeah, he looked lively. You know, as Gonzo was saying, it does good for his fitness. Also puts him in the shop window as well. On the sort of flip side, we are looking to move him on to putting in a good performance. But he could still be an asset for us if he can just keep himself fit for a season, for even 20 games a season. I think we'd be lucky to get that much out of him, to be honest.
In the 72nd minute, the second.
Oh, I think Gio,
back.
You might have to repeat yourself. You disappeared on both of us then, mate.
Oh, sorry about that. Quina came on in the 87th minute for Fernandez. Gonzo, what did you make of Fernandez tonight? Fringe players, big game. I think he was another one that had a chance to show what he can offer.
Yeah, I was disappointed, but I don't want to pin the blame on any one player. I said before the season started there was a particular combination in midfield that I didn't want to see and I don't think worked. And I don't like seeing Fernandez, Obiang and Noble all playing together. I don't think they can pass it to one another. The best passer in that midfield once again was Declan Rice. So I thought the midfield was dysfunctional. I think it actually needs major surgery, that midfield, and I think the owners are trying to do it. I don't think it flatters Fernandez, and you could actually see he got more into the game in the second half and got forward more. So, I mean, I totally disagree with what you said earlier about we were playing 2 strikers and running behind. It didn't look anything like that at all to me. It just looked like one up, basically. And I think he's probably shackled by those tactics. And I thought we were quite boring as a team and the passing was incoherent. And I think he suffers. You put Lanzini in that team or a ball player and take one of those stoppers out and it transforms. But the best passer of the ball was Rice. Fernandez didn't really impress me.
Well, it finished 2-0. There wasn't much action really in the second half. Each side had a couple of chances. Ayew went close with a back post sort of effort, which would have been a really nice goal, actually, had he found the net with that one. Collins went close on his birthday and his 200th appearance for West Ham. Bilic in his 100th game in charge got the win eventually. Jason, what's your overall thoughts of the game then? Gonzo sort of gave his there, but what was your overall thoughts of the formation, the structure, the way it rolled out?
To be honest, it was a bit of a flat performance. I don't know why we kept persisting with attacking down the right. The one Cheltenham player that really impressed me was that Cranston, the left back. He had Byram and Ayew barring Ayew's goal. I don't think he really offered that much. But Cranston had him shackled for the whole game. And when I saw Masuaku attacking down the left, he actually looked lively, going on the mazy runs, and one of the few players we actually had on the pitch that can actually whip a ball in and cause some havoc. I just feel like we lacked any sort of end product. It was just really frustrating once we worked that ball into the final third just to see Ayew put in a terrible cross or Noble putting in a really, when we got a spot kick and he just completely skies it or sends it wide and it just goes nowhere. I think the score, I don't want to say flattered or deceived. I think once we got those 2 goals, it was almost game over, take off the pedal. Questioning more of the tactics again with bringing on our subs. I mean, I kind of half rolled my eyes a little bit seeing Chicharito being brought on. I would much rather have seen Haksabanovic, Keena, or someone else being brought on so much earlier than rather being the 88th minute. I was going to roll my eyes if I started to see Jose Font warming up, getting ready to go out, because I would have just completed the seasoned internationals over the youngsters sort of motto from David Gold. I just thought this would have been a really good place to showcase our youngsters and sort of tell them to stake a claim for that first team spot and get themselves in and around for the Newcastle game. I just think it was an opportunity missed for them.
A couple of quick thoughts then. Gonzo, what's your quick thoughts on Byram's performance tonight?
Impressed me. Wrote down some notes. First thing I wrote down was Byram and Rice after the first 20 minutes. Impressed with Byram. Impressed with Rice. He's making a case for himself. He looks to be improving. Byram really does.
Jason, James Collins.
Birthday boy. Can't really say anything bad about a man on his birthday. Resolute, defended with his heart on his sleeve and some important blocks, and unlucky to not get a goal from that corner, even though it did deflect off the Cheltenham player's head.
Me and Gonzo will be doing our Newcastle preview tomorrow night. But Jason, would you start Collins off the back of tonight? And is there anyone else that has sort of played their way into contention that didn't start against Southampton?
I think maybe Kuyate's probably angling for a centre-back start if he is slowly working his way back up to fitness. I mean, he got a mini run out tonight. Didn't really do an awful lot. I'm guessing it's just like a fitness exercise for him tonight. But surely he's got to be in with a shout if Reed's injury is as severe as they're sort of half saying it's going to be at the moment. So if not Kuyate, wouldn't be surprised to see Collins line up there.
Gonzo, is anyone that disappointed you tonight? Anyone that you were looking forward to seeing, or come on, you thought you didn't really offer too much?
Mirror Jason, I was hoping to see one of the youngsters before the 88th minute. I did think the game was shut at 2-0. So, yeah, that disappointed me slightly. I just thought the midfield unit, was quite disappointed. But I do want to separate Rice from that, whose passing was tidy. My problem with it is the passing and that final ball, because Fernandes is going to need service. We need another attacking passer in that team.
I thought Fernandes was a bit poor. I thought this was his chance. Every time he got the ball, I was waiting for him. He was maybe one touch too slow at releasing it to try and someone would be making a run and he wouldn't quite make it in time. And that, although Obiang was quite poor, but I do wonder if he sort of knocks his performance down because it's League Two. I wonder if he thinks I'll just take it down a notch and just ease my way through this game a little bit. I do wonder if he sort of tries to just breeze through. He did it in pre-season as well, but he looked good in pre-season while not giving 100%. He didn't need to, and I thought tonight he was a bit sloppy at times. But apart from that, I think everybody did okay. I think there's only one or two players that did really well. The rest sort of did okay. Noble set pieces I thought were decent. His corners were decent for once. Considering we've just been watching Arnautovic whack them into first man at Old Trafford, though, we had a couple of chances off corners tonight, and that's the first time I've seen that for a while. But one guy I've not mentioned, Gonzo's been dropping him in as much as he can. But Jason, me and Gonzo have been raving about him pre-season. Since you're on, you haven't done a sort of review for a while. What do you make about Declan Rice?
I think he's matured beyond his years, really, to be honest. You kind of forget. It's almost like he's doing what Reece Oxford should have done last season. He's staking that claim for the first team spot. He's had this opportunity and he looks like he's taking it with both hands at the moment. I know we can be a little bit more lenient with the youngsters because the last thing we want to do is knock their confidence, but you're giving him a chance in the team. He barely put a foot out of place. Again, a couple of misplaced passes, but I think our whole midfield has been guilty of that for this season and even for this game as well. But yeah, with every game, he seems to get better and better. And I think the stats that they were bringing up in the game went to show that he was making the most he made the most passes out of the whole team. I think really spoke volumes. When he's not a player you'd really notice, but he does a lot more behind the scenes than you think in the game.
Hey, Gonzo, any final words? Don't give me your man of match. I think it's obvious. There might be one of you two might throw a curveball, but is it your final words?
No, we'll wait for man of the match.
Jason, any other thing you would like to bring up before we do the man of match?
Other than I hope Masuaku starts on the left wing for the next game. I think him and Cresswell will look really tasty for the Newcastle game, especially if they're still on the ropes against whoever they're playing in the Carabao Cup at the moment. I'm hoping it's gone to extra time, so they're a bit knackered.
Jason's right. Newcastle has gone to extra time. They're at home to Nottingham Forest, and they've gone to extra time on that one. The draw for the next round of the Cup is at 4:15 a.m. overnight, so we don't know who we've got. When you're watching this, you might very well know. So drop it in the comments if you're happy with the draw. Hopefully we'll get a home fixture. Me and Gonzo will be back Thursday, tomorrow night, 8:30, live, doing our preview of the Newcastle game. Another big game. This was the first one of the big games. Another one on Saturday. We go again. It goes back to the league. We're still on 0 points. Bills are still sort of under pressure again. But we've got a new guest on. We've got a singer on Thursday nights. Tune in for that. And before that, we've got Charlie's Q&A with a Newcastle fan. So you'll get the Geordies' insight into what they're thinking ahead of the game. That's at 7 o'clock. Ours at 8:30. So lots of videos for you tomorrow. But come on then, boys. I think this one might be a little bit easy. But Jason, who was your man of match tonight?
I think the name's on everybody's lips at the moment. But I'm going to give the curveball. Everyone wants to give it to Declan Rice, but I want to give it to the birthday boy, James Collins, because he deserves it.
You're not alone. There's a few people on social media saying James Collins. Gonzo, your man of match?
Yeah, absolutely. That's not the curveball. That's the right call, and it shouldn't be. Because I tell you, we had this last season. We thought it's his last season. He didn't play for a bit. He came back into the team. and he was immense. He shouldn't have needed to be immense, but that geezer was tricky. You called it in the preview, Gio. Mohamed Issa was a handful, and Ginge handled him. There was a lot of clearances. Shouldn't have been having that many clearances against Cheltenham, and he was a threat at the other end in their box. Ginger Pele, birthday boy, man of the match for me.
Oh, well, you two are doing curveballs. I thought it was going to be Declan Rice. I thought he was maybe in for the clean sweep. I think Declan Rice. I've never been overly keen on loan deals. I've never been convinced by loan deals, and tonight Declan Rice has showed to me why they don't always work, because he was playing a League Two opposition. He just strolled through it. I just thought, what would the point of him playing in League Two be when he's playing up against that every week and he's not even have to do much, really? There will be tougher games, of course, but I thought he looked class tonight. And then I tell you what, when Bilic does his team sheet on Saturday, he has to be one of the first names down. Bilic has got to have the balls to leave out Noble or Obiang or Kiati, or even two of them, and leave Declan Rice in. Big call for Bilic on Saturday coming up because of Declan Rice. But anyway, you guys at home, let us know what you thought. We got through it. It was 2-0. It was sort of 6.5 to 7 out of 10s for everybody, really. But we got through.
Has Gio disappeared on you, Jason?
Yeah.
There you go.
Maybe it's your turn to the outro.
You disappeared again, Gio. You were just about to say we got through 6.5 out of 10s. That's where we lost you.
We're all disappearing now. Thank you for watching.